One of the things that we have found with small schools is we can offer people an opportunity to do what they love. That's to play intercollegiate athletics. And certainly Adrian College, I mean, they've been a leader in that. And Siena, we have done our, by just what we've added in the last 7-8 years. For about 20-25 years of me being AD here, we were about at 250 student athletes, about 13-14 sports, and we realized that, gosh, it's only going to help our enrollment, and we're attracting great kids.
Well, football was just my favorite sport and probably my best sport coming out of high school. And then, I don't know, just at this small campus like this, a lot of people are athletes. I felt like, given that I had the opportunity to keep playing, I might as well.
Well, success can be defined in a lot of different ways, but one, I think, important success or good experience for young student athletes is to win. And we make no bones. I want all my teams to win. I think winning, if you win more than you lose, that's a good experience for you. To go 0-22, say, is not a good experience. Nobody can tell me that's a good experience. You can't even look me in the eye and tell me that it's a good experience. So I think it's varied on winning and losing, and I think, are the students getting out of it? Are they learning? Are they getting better? Do they feel they're being coached? A lot of times when an athlete tells me they don't like their coach, I'll ask why. Well, he's hard. Good. That's what I want.
The first coach that was here did a lot of postseason wrestling with high school kids, and I met him, saw kind of how he coached, and I came for a visit, and as soon as I got here, I just kind of absolutely loved the campus. I couldn't really picture myself going to school anywhere else.
So, it should be hard. It should be demanding. So to me, success is having a great experience, and that great experience is winning.
Just a competitive aspect. School's very competitive and skating's very competitive, so I just like the competitive atmosphere that they both offer.
It's hard. It's hard. The freshman year is the most difficult because, you're away from home. Maybe first time, not first time, who knows. We do attract a fair amount of first-generation college students, but the biggest thing is adjusting to being away, new friends, new challenges, and all the things you have to do to be successful in the classroom, but yet you also are involved with a team. And that takes time, the idea of training, conditioning, practicing, games. And then other areas you want. The hardest thing I feel bad with our student athletes, they also want to get involved in other things on campus, certain leadership things.
Time management is definitely difficult. It's a big switch from high school to college, but once you can get past that first semester, your freshman year, it gets a lot easier in knowing what you need to do.
Time management is tough. Getting to class, studying for class, then making it to practice. It's always a busy schedule every day, but it always works out in the end.
I mean, it definitely is an added obstacle that other students wouldn't have. I mean, with meetings and lifts and practice it. And especially the hardest thing is not knowing when those are going to be sometimes. So like you can't really plan ahead, but I mean, you make do.
Student athletes are young men and women that have their lives very organized. I always thought when I was a student athlete, I thought I was pretty organized, but now, and I was only involved in maybe one other organization other than, playing football. But now, these young people today, not only are they playing football or baseball or hockey, but they're in the chem club, they're in Phi Beta, they're in community service work, they're also holding down a job. It's amazing to me that they really think there's only 24 hours in a day, because some of the stuff they're doing is way more than that.
The biggest thing is perseverance, the sign's right up there, persistence prevails when all else fails, just hanging in there. So much now is, what you want to develop is the pride of being part of something.
To play soccer, I love the sport, so it's just something that I've always done and always loved to do, and it's a stress reliever for me.
What drives me is self-motivation and influence from my dad.
And everything that drives me to just keep Wrestling is just the love of the sport.
Intertwines with a lot of things. Wrestling is just, it drives you and it teaches you. You have to have a good work ethic and have a good mentality and time to do everything. So
I think the biggest thing with wanting to still play football is remembering how much at one point I did love it and how much fun it has been for me, and all the skills that it can teach you outside of the classroom and everything else.
I think our student athletes are very caring. They give back. We do 7,000 hours of community service in athletics a year, and that's pretty impressive, along with everything else they're doing. And they're doing philanthropic things with all their other organizations, and their fraternities and sororities, and the Chem Club, and the Bio Club, and the Business Club. So to add more hours to their hours, our students are good. They're really good.